The Master Duel band list is out, and it's not very good. Okay, I can't be that enthusiastic about it, but damn, man, this shit sucks. Just almost completely useless. It's barely even a ban list. They didn't ban anything. They limited things, and they semi-limited a whole bunch of stuff. And I mean, the semi-limit really is the most useless part of the ban list. It makes things slightly more inconsistent, which can occasionally be useful. But for most of this stuff, it's semi-limit Sekka's Light. Okay. The Phantom Knights of Tornscale? I don't even know. You know, I had a lot of hope for Konami on Master Duel, because they have all the, like, behind-the-scenes numbers and everything, right? Like, they know exactly what decks are in the top meta, exactly what's winning, exactly what's being played. They should have all the analytics on their back end. So they should know exactly what needs to be hit. And I suppose from this, it feels like they used entirely that and haven't listened to the community at all. Like, they semi-limited DD Dynamite. I'm pretty sure that kills the bot deck, the Banquet Burn decks that have been going around. So that's good. But, like, VFD is still legal, Rongo Bongo is still legal, Skill Drain at 3, all the floodgates. Like, they saw that Eldritch was one of the most popular decks. They saw that a lot of people were frustrated. So they hit Conquistador to 1. And don't get me wrong, Conquistador is a strong card in the Eldritch deck. But people didn't hate Eldritch because Conquistador was getting 1 pop a turn and floating. They hated it because you were playing Skill Drain and There Can Be Only One and Zombie World and every floodgate in the world to help with Eldritch. And hitting Conq to 1 doesn't solve any of those problems. Eldritch is still playable, and it's still going to be used with all the stuff that people hate playing against it. Same thing with the Drytrons. They hit Ben 10 to 1. Just hit the Heralds. Drytron is a whole archetype that supports every ritual in this game, just about. You could do so much with it other than stockpile fairies in your hand and negate 6 times. And making sure that they can negate 5 times instead of 6 is not really that big a deal. It doesn't hit at the core of what was wrong with Drytron, of why people hated playing against it, and why it was so effective. It's not very good. It's not a good look. And my only hope is that, so far, it seems like Konami has been listening to people on social media. If you complain on Twitter, if you complain on YouTube, if you talk about, in a nice way, you know, tell them this is bad and here's why, generally they listen. Generally they've been pretty open to changing things. So, you know, they're just announcing this. This has not gone into effect yet. Perhaps they can add a few more things into it. Perhaps they can take some things off. I don't know. Either way, I guess, you know, it's been here this whole time. Hopefully you can read it. I don't know, with the green screen and everything. But just in case you need me to read stuff off, they've limited Ben 10 and Conquistador of the Golden Land. So they limited 2 cards. And then they've semi-limited DD Dynamite, Sekka's Life, Fusion Destiny, which seems like a preemptive hit for Destroy Phoenix Enforcer. I should know that, but I've been playing Master Duel, so it hasn't been affecting me yet. It'll probably be showing up soon if this is any indication. The Phantom Knights of Tornscale, Tri-Brigade Fractal, Virtual World, what is that? Roshi, Lao Lao? Yeah, they hit Lao Lao. Lyraloose, Cobalt, Sparrow, Prank Kids, Roxy's, Adamancipator, Analyzer. They hit a lot of the building blocks and not a lot of the ending things. They're really just going for this weak sauce consistency hit that, I don't think this is it, Chief. Maybe they're trying to play it cautious. They don't want to ban stuff, which seems weird, because one thing I do want to praise them on is that they've made it so that you get bonus points for disenchanting things that have been put on the limited or banned list. So there's really no reason for them to be scared of banning stuff. I don't think people will be angry if they can get their points back and use them to buy other stuff. which is exactly what they did, and that's really awesome of them. I appreciate it. But they really need to hit some of the more degenerate decks in this. Some of the stuff that prevents people from playing. Because that's what really makes this unfun. This is what drives people away from the game. No one was sitting here like, oh man, Tri-Brigade is really brutal, but if they had one less Fractal, maybe it would be a fair game. Maybe I would have a chance. Especially like, what was it? Fractal's at 2, but they still have 3 Tenki. They still have a whole bunch of ways to like search all the other ones, and they're functionally identical in a lot of ways, so it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Same thing with like the virtual world. It's like hitting one virtual world is the same as hitting any other. They all do practically the same thing. But yeah, there's my rant. Ban list sucks. Hopefully we get a better one. I'm out.